Good morning. Instrumental transcommunication session number 28. I just want to make sure everything's going. Blows my mind how fast 5-10 minutes creep up on. So good morning. How's everybody going? Going. My mind's blazing this morning, so it's gonna be interesting. June 3rd, 2015. It is approximately 7:31 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Yeah, weird. I had time to like sit here and like reflect on all this for like 10 minutes and like I started zoning out, and it's interesting. I threw myself off by doing that. Sometimes when I get here, I think about doing this right away. It's always awkward at the very beginning too. Anyway, I'm gonna be running an instrumental transcommunication session where I'm trying to communicate with unseen entities, and at this point, I still can't say if I am. At points, there's times when I think I'm getting caught up in it, honestly. Like I was wondering this the other day because I mean, even watching, it's just so easy to get swept up and start to hear things that maybe I don't hear, or just agree with things at certain times when it's like, wait, when I reflect back on it, it's like, oh, maybe. It's interesting. This whole journey is fascinating. I think I'm having one of those days where it feels less real. Like yesterday, it was weird. Yesterday was a weird day because I streamed. Oh, I don't even know. I think I started. So two nights ago, technically, I started a stream that went into yesterday morning, and it was about 4 hours, I think, and then crashed out for a few hours. Woke up. It was my Monday, my work night, my first work night last night, and got onto Steve's stream just thinking I was going to kick back and chill and just take it easy for my Monday, because I hate going back to work. Mondays suck. They're so annoying. They're especially rough if you have more than 2 days off. It just feels so weird. Like, I know every Monday sucks, but my job's really weird on Mondays. It's the weirdest Monday job I've ever had. It just feels so weird. Anyway, I ended up doing like another stream because Steve was having some technical difficulties, and I told him I'd hop on, and so it wouldn't crash, so we could try to save the stream. But it ended up he had to like restart it anyway. But it ended up we did like an impromptu stream together, research stream, where heck, I don't even know. I think I was on at least 3 hours, if not 4 hours. And then he ended up crashing out, going to bed, and kept his stream running. I noticed the upload came up and it was at the 8-hour limit. I haven't seen it yet though, so we'll see if he caught anything interesting in that. It's probably like 3 to 4 hours that he recorded with nothing there. I I left the window open as I was just eating, getting ready for work and stuff. I wasn't chatting with you guys, and I was just glancing back and forth, like seeing what you guys are saying. And I mean, you guys were still kind of watching, it looked like, by the time I was leaving. And that was about 2 hours after I left the stream. So I don't know if those were current chat posts that I saw, but it looked like you guys were still kind of watching off and on. So I wonder if they caught anything in his room, if anybody saw anything. So yeah, this process, I'm starting to warm up now so it doesn't feel as awkward. Don't sit and deeply think about your streams right before you do them. It's like, if you start to deeply like philosophically think about it, it'll throw your whole game off. So I do this essentially on a daily basis now. The reason why is multiple, I believe. Like at times I think it's becoming an obsession, I guess. Addiction is a kind of a loose term for it. I think obsession's better, because I get every so often throughout, I mean, I'm starting to keep track, so it's easier to actually glance back and see some of the stuff I have without having to like pull up my computer or whatever. But not like throughout all this, I would like to get, when it's all done, see the actual percentage of like possible intelligent responses, because for instance 26 is 5 pages, I believe. Yeah, 5 pages. And throughout all that, I bet you there's only small number of possible intelligent responses to the questions I was asking. Things like, it's interesting when you get number responses when you ask how many are around you, but at the same time, if you sometimes, I can't say it comes and goes, right? Because I can't fully believe it, but sometimes if you just like, you'll notice if you try to focus on it, you'll hear numbers randomly throughout if other questions are being asked. But if you're not thinking about it at all, no numbers, it seems like no numbers are popping out. And I wonder what amount of that is that pareidolia effect, where we're taking the randomness, the brain is taking the random visual or audio and processing it and trying to process into something that we can understand quickly. Because the whole point of understanding something quickly is how we basically, is one of the ways theoretically, is one of the guesses, is how we got to where we are, is our brain has just got stronger and stronger, and we were able to figure things faster, and that helped us survive quicker and faster. Yeah, there's a long story there. But there, like for instance, I asked here in a different one in the same session. Oh, this was yesterday's session, by the way. This isn't 26, this is 27. So I asked 10 on the XTS. I asked how many around me on the XTS, and I heard 10. And then, but on the Koss, I asked how many was around me, and I possibly heard 11. And then yeah, you see, and then I ask, are there 11? And there's a question mark, so that means like something came out, but I couldn't make it out quite. And then I said, are 11 always around me? And I heard a melodic, yeah. So like, see me right there, that's a pretty sharp one that could be considered like a possible intelligent response. But then you go down to other ones, and I got like, you see, there's, I don't know. Okay, let's just get into the spirit box. Essentially, I'm still undecided. And the reason I'm doing this is I see everybody on the ghost shows, they're supposedly catching evidence. You know, I'm not really doing too much different except just staying in one locale. So you would think by being in one locale, that would actually attract and make these instances of paranormal occur more, right? But maybe I've had thoughts of this too, especially watching Steve's, because he seems to have more activity in his kitchen, things like sounds and stuff like that, and odd visuals. And that's I've wondered when I first started watching his about ley lines. Ley lines is like an earth grid. Like if you imagine the longitude and latitude lines on a globe, essentially there's a theory that there's an energy grid that's similar to that. And at certain points, like when they cross, they can become stronger. And I've wondered about that kind of stuff. And that would kind of explain why some locations seem more haunted. But then again, you get just like the torment, like places like insane asylums, especially like those insane asylums for youths and stuff like that. That I think like Waverly Hills was one. I haven't really been researching tons of spots lately as much, because I've just been focused on this for 28 freaking streams, and other people's streams too. But at those locations, especially like prisons, anywhere where there's like death and torment and stuff, there seems to be a lot of activity too. So that kind of may not go hand in hand with the whole ley line theory. I don't know. I don't think it's just torment and like strong energies that creates more powerful places. And I don't think it's so much negativity. I find it interesting how people tend to turn paranormal into negative like very quick, when I honestly have not experienced one drop of what everybody else is experiencing. It's quite interesting. And it's funny, I have scratches on my knees, 3 scratches, but they're done in a different I don't know if you can actually see it on my leg, right? And I could easily hear, I just want to I'm not putting down anybody, because everybody has their own views and beliefs, but this is just my journey through it. I don't know if I have a flashlight offhand, but I have these 3 interesting scratches on my leg, right? I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a scratch there, there, and there. And I wore shorts last night. And honestly, I'm so used to getting beat up that I could have scratched that anywhere. I could have scratched this somehow on my table. Like the table's kind of, I don't know. It's interesting, but I could easily jump to say that's demon because it's 3 scratches, the mocking of the Trinity. Like that's the interesting thing about paranormal. There's not these like stepping stones. A lot of times it's just people, there's leaps, and there could be 1,000 ways that I got scratched like this. I could have got it at work and I didn't notice it till tonight or earlier when I got home. But I honestly don't think those scratches appeared from me doing 2 spirit box sessions yesterday. I didn't notice it 2 days ago. I went skateboarding too, but I didn't fall. But I did walk through some shrubbery. I guess I could have scratched it. See, there's 1,000 ways that could have got scratched, but I could jump to it. And I also could be hoax you guys. I could try to trick you guys with this and be like, oh, I did 2 spirit box sessions and look what I got, 3 scratches. I just want to point that out from my point of view, because that's basically kind of how I view a lot of the stuff. Like, it's not that I discount everything I'm seeing, because like, I mean, stuff like Steve, man, I was there that night when he had the disembodied voice, and that was just crazy. I've never heard a disembodied voice since then, right? This whole time, like 6 months, probably pushing on 7 months now, I've been watching Steve at least. And that one night, he had that one odd disembodied voice, and it was when he was shaking his rump, and everyone was kind of having fun in the chat room, and it was kind of a response, like in your face or something like that, like a fun response. It was weird. And then I've seen Steve's also the Connect. That Connect was interesting. A weird creature. I need to get the Connect, but I can't say all this is real because I'm not fully there. And I trust Steve. Steve is like one of the, like, I trust a small handful of people, and he's definitely one of the top ones I trust. So it's because he does it similar to me. He's really not like, there's so many ways people could hoax things, and he doesn't capture stuff all the time. Like, from my view right now, I'm kind of, how long have I been talking for? 12 minutes, 13 minutes, just tapped on it. All right, maybe I should just get in the ghost box. I don't want to go too far into this. Anyway, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure things out. I'm still amazed at certain things, and still kind of like, that can't be, on other things. So like orbs, for instance, I'm still real iffy on orbs, just because my own experience, I think it's really easy to mistake an orb. But then from my own experience, I also have one video clip of a light anomaly, 2 light anomalies. I think there's a 3rd one in there, and they're just very odd, but they're very tiny. They're not like the bigger orbs that you see, but it is on a color GoPro. It's not on an IR camera. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to start off with the SpiritTalk today, SpiritTalk communication app. I used that last night. It was the last app I used. So I'm going to start off with it today and see if we can get things going. Thank you for sticking around. Anybody, if I didn't bore anybody to sleep through all that, that's awesome. I could actually probably just keep talking for like the whole stream if I didn't stop myself. Let me say hi to what's up, everybody, because I know Mystic and DJ were here. What's up, guys? If you're still around, good morning. Good morning. Shippo, what's up? Good afternoon or good evening, my friend James, Sir James, a lot hidden. Rustinator, Shadow Stalker. Good morning. All right, cool. Yeah. So, man, I could go on for hours about some of this weird stuff. I think that's better. Why I mean, on my show, I don't like to go and talk too much on other people's shows because I could start blabbing. All right, we're going to go into the XTS. I already kind of asked them prior to this if they could try to speak with me. So, talk so long, my dang speaker turned off on its own. I'm going to screen share this just for a second. Good morning, guys. We have people watching us. We have our friends watching us. We have the world possibly watching us. Yeah, different theories. I was just talking about all sorts of different theories.
A double twist.
So this thing probably isn't going to work right off the bat, I don't think. And I can't say it works at all still, for sure. Just the responses I get are very, very odd. How are you guys doing today? Take some time, get used to this.
That's the problem. Talk to one.
Offering balance.
God who raised.
So these are trickier to write down because
Lisa Morgan.
I'm only going to write.
Ooh.
Okay, so this one works differently than the ones that we were using. I'm going to try to explain it to you guys again. Essentially, it's like the Apidroid, and it's like the Koss, and it's like the SB7, these other devices that sweep radio, except it doesn't sweep in a straight line. Those boxes that are numbered R1 through R10, they actually are slots that fire up, get ready to randomize 80 plus radio stations. There's 80 plus radio stations that get randomized through this. So words are just coming out extremely randomly in different times. They're sometimes cut shorter, cut longer. Try to utilize these words. We don't know how you do it, but it seems like you might be doing it. So my name's Rusty. If you can say my name back to me anytime throughout the session, I would appreciate it, and it would help for me to confirm communication. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to let you speak for a minute and get warmed up to it, and then I'm going to ask another question.
Yeah, that they can't deliver by. You're on the day.
We can listen. Climate that we.
And I won.
What is it? Hey, enjoy. Most cases. This was during the. He actually learns.
Go ahead. I'm going to ask the question in just a minute. Just get used to it. I'm not really listening. I'm sorry. I'm going to listen as soon as I ask the question.
Your message and just in this country.
Okay.
And it's not.
All right, guys. I'm just going to start with basic, easy questions, and we're just going to work up from there. I'm just kind of I just tried to write down a few. I'm going to try to write down a few more as we go. So we're just going to start off with how many of you guys are around me, please.
I see.
Can you guys hear that okay? Guys in chat.
If they are.
Five possible. Is that correct? Is there 5 around me right now?
On the fact.
Is there 5 around me right now, guys? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Star. Thanks for joining, Star. So I thought I might have heard 5. Okay, cool. I don't want it blasting, so cool. Awesome. Okay, so I might have got a 5 response there. Okay, if there are 5 of you around me, can I please get names of you from you individually, one at a time?
It wasn't right. And there's no.
Man, I gotta turn it up like one more.
Kids from
Kids. That was an interesting one.
For years, the
Can I get some names of the 5 individuals around me if there are 5?
to keep us safe.
you announced last
Keep us safe. Is that what's
To
going
keep us
on?
safe.
Whoa, did you just say it twice?
the first.
Does this location keep you safe? Is this a safe spot? I'm getting off my own question, Craig. All right, guys. I need to get some names from you, please. I'm sure. Can you remember your names? Can you give me some names, please?
There will always be.
Some are just louder than others. I don't know.
Say there's
He has worked on balancing it out. It did say it twice, huh? Crazy. All right, guys. Well, it's okay. We'll go back to names. For some reason, names don't seem to be easy. Can you give me? I want to find out information about you. Can you give me location? Where were you born? Can you tell me where you were born, please?
Increases resistance. Growth of pathogenic. Got a 982. They're available.
no addition.
So these are just basic questions to get things started, guys. Okay.
No
This is just to see if I can figure out who I might be talking with.
Got a 90. Unix.
Do you know your year of birth? Do you remember your year of birth? Can you tell me that, please? Buffalo. There's a location answer. It took a while, but thank you. There's a location. Just like the theory with EVP, I'm sure they can't get the answers out all the time quickly. Buffalo. Any other locations you guys want to say? Keep going. Give you another minute.
Always equates to accept. Contract.
Is that our path?
Voluntary. IRS.
Is warning that
I'm going to skip that next one because I basically already asked it. I don't want to tamper.
Paper. Letter.
whatever you're bringing. This is.
Okay, guys. Go ahead and stop. I'm going to ask a new question now. So please stop your manipulation of it.
Had legal consent in agreement contract.
Now, this is meant with respect because I think this is highly possible, and I don't know why, but I'm obsessed with asking this right now. Are you aware that you are dead? Take your time. Please answer. Sorry.
incarceration.
Interesting.
I thought I would be. Sounds good. Now, thanks. We read.
If you're aware you're dead,
How many was it?
can you tell me what it is like to be dead? To be a spirit? Can you tell me what it is like?
To be. As we indicated. Sean David Morton. I try to remember all my. I remember.
Yeah, I guess a good point, Shadow Stalker. Are you? Yeah. Hey guys, are you dead, or are you something else? Are you dead?
Also may have said the 49ers were going to.
Oh, I decided to take these down because I'm going to collect them, and I don't want them to get like sun bleached or anything. Even though I have that, I just decided to take them down because those are actually collected. I don't care about the dog, and I have a better one. And these were really cheap. I'm not a super fan of the game. I like the game. I like Black Flag. It's my favorite of them. But I love the character designs.
You said the 49ers would win.
Are you even human?
I suggest
that recruiting out.
the air. Good morning. Move.
Need to be a writer for 6.
Is it a mix of human and non-human entities? See, I'm less convinced with the apps than I am. These feel more natural. The apps still, like, even though you get some interesting responses, they still, to me, feel I'm still in the I can sense the uncanny valley of it still. If you get my drift, this still, yeah, but not so much. I don't know why. It's really weird.
Yeah, it's a great way just.
Is this working? Can you say yes, it's working? Can you say working, please? Or it's working?
It will.
Can you say my name still? Anytime. See, it's just weird things like that. The one that's sticking out to me of recent. Whoa, did that just say? I better not say my name. The one that's sticking out recently that was a very interesting possible intelligent response was on the XTS. I think now like 2 streams ago. I don't know. Steve feels like one of my streams, that last one. So I'm like, I think it was 2 streams ago that was. Anyway, I said something about, can you see me? I'm the one waving. And the XTS, like 30 seconds later, said something about waving. It said waving. So that could just be extremely coincidental, but I've had a lot of similar ones like that. Plus just weird ones where they know weird information or say names about weird friends or something like that. So I'm sorry. If you did say my name, I might have missed it. Go ahead and say Rusty anytime, please.
And Joe.
The time is for this nation. It's like God.
Do you know how you talk through this? Can you explain that?
Becoming softer.
I don't know. I feel really skeptical today. I'm having one of those skeptical days. It's totally up and down. Some days I feel less skeptical. Sometimes I feel more skeptical. It's very odd. It's okay. Take your time. I'm not getting frustrated. Here, I'll turn this on for a minute. There's a theory this will help us possibly communicate better, more efficiently, faster.
Oh, yeah.
Are you human? Is that? Come over and try to use these machines over here. We don't know how you use it. I don't know if you enter it I don't know if it's like intent, like you just think it and you're able to do it. I don't know how it happens. I really don't know, but words are coming out of this device here, into this device here, and then into this device here as well. And somehow throughout this process, it's theorized you're able to harness these words or harness the white noise and make words. This device up here with the green light, it's theorized as well. We think that you can come over. You see how that's lighting up? We think you can come over and either touch it or fly through it, or honestly, I have this, like, I think it's because of hanging out online so much. It's funny. I just realized what of a tunnel view I've gathered. Like, touch it, fly through it. Yeah, fly. I just like assume they fly, right? I'm assuming way too much these days. I need to pull that back.
In terms of the
What happens? Can you tell us the old adage? What happens when we assume?
Well, camping friend. Relates to poor. Più che altro sperato anche. Ecco.
Interesting.
Tratta tutte le tre. To change that.
So I heard 5. Maybe. Is there 5 of you around me? Can you say 5 back to me, please? Repeat that back.
I'm all sweet today.
40.
The blaming
40, huh? That's interesting how I got a number response, though. 40. Man, I can't wait to get that Ghost Arc with that whole barometric pressure thing, because when I was pointing out everything, it did feel cooler right here. Now, granted, I have a fan on, but right now I don't feel that coolness I felt temporarily. It's very interesting. So I heard 40. Are there 40 around me? Yes or no? Please.
in the
Yes or no?
Alan Bond.
Ready?
In sanitation.
Oh, it almost sounds like there's 40. But it got cut out. There's 40. Like, and then it cut out before you could fully say E. Huh. 40. Why is it an even number? It's exactly 40. Are all these 40 individuals human spirits? Children.
Some of the aircraft.
Yeah, there was some, and then it said some of the aircraft. That's interesting, the some part. It said some, and then it's repeated some again. Some after the aircraft. So they're not all human, huh? What are these non-human entities called, please? I couldn't make that out. What are the names of non-human individuals around you? Can you name them? Yes or no, please? Are you allowed to name them? Can you name them? Yes or no?
Decrease today.
Por favor.
Huh.
Huh. That was a weird one.
Hello, everyone.
Vibrations.
In the media. Radio.
Why does it feel like sometimes you exist on some days and then sometimes it feels less likely? Why is that? Exist. Sound like you just said exist. Are you, is this working? This is like really, my mind is weird today. Is this working? Can you please say working?
Great gifts. Great to be here, Bob.
Come on, guys. Say working, please. What's up, Bob? I'm having a skeptical day, Bob. Doesn't feel well. Granted, I'm I really don't take the apps as much value as the physical, but just a weird number of interesting responses. Yeah, today this one just, I don't know.
For your firearm.
I'm gonna use this one for another 10-15 minutes. So let's swap over to SB7 because I've been doing the Koss a lot. I'm gonna use SB7 next. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use that stinking crazy giant dial. This one. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one for a minute until my fingers get tired, and then I'll use SB7. Oh, I forgot to use this the other day. I wanted to test it out. Spirits, is it easier to speak through an actual radio or a computer? Morning, you rolling? What's up, bud? Well, when I'm having my more skeptical days, the apps just don't feel as the same. It's so weird.
6-year study.
6-year study, huh?
Leaders have some legacy of
That's pretty much how long I've been really studying this stuff a lot more in depth. At least 6 years.
Cameron Jones. It's one of those moments.
I'm gonna have to brew some coffee here in a minute too. I'm a little sleepy. I need to take a few sips of caffeine.
Well, I guess the book.
Yeah, you know what, Bob? I'm gonna get that stinking Echo Box. I really need to. Yeah.
Waters.
I think when it comes down to it, Bob, so much of it is in the eye of the or the ear of the beholder anyway. Like it's really easy that if you want something to be there, it's good chance it's going to be there. So a lot of times we just like connecting the dots ourselves more. I don't know, man. I'm still skeptical. I'm having a more skeptical day today. I don't know why. Yesterday felt like a less skeptical day. Yesterday I was like getting all caught up in it. But yeah, I'm gonna let this run for a minute or two. Spirits, I'm just gonna let it run, and I'm gonna say my name, Rusty. I want you to try to repeat my name back and the name of the people that's watching us right now, okay? Because I'm gonna be gone for like 3 minutes while I'm getting the coffee ready, maybe a little less. Auxiliary power? Oh yeah, I am kind of exactly. It's the end of my shift. Yeah, I was like, wait, my computer. Yeah, I need to fire up my brain. Anyway, you guys try to say my name. This will help to confirm for us that this is working. While I'm gone, try to say my name or any of my friends' name. We have UCI Paranormal. We have Project Shadowstalker, Starry Night, Roland Lafleur, Hidden Beneath One, Almighty Shippo, DJ Lightbeat, Mystic Hazard. Say any of those names or my name while I'm gone, and my friends watching will let me know if you did. If you say my name, that can help confirm communication, okay? I'll be right back. Before I start talking for 10 minutes.
Spin. God.
So I said, you know.
University.
Phones in class. Oh.
Rules reactive.
Fue
Rules about everything. Which communities want to go like the opposite.
Có điện thoại ra.
How much was your rate?
director Casa del Encuentro.
Really about
Hacen
dies by
a diario informe.
Yeah. Okay.
from
Yeah, no, I agree, Bob. That's what. Hey, Bob, that's like kind of my whole point about like making things happen, because like, what does this do with that stupid book? I have, dude, on that session, Bob, on session 26, I have 5 pages of things I was hearing on the Koss, right? The Koss is an actual radio, and these are just like the words that are popping out after I asked the actual questions, and it's just weird. Like, is it me reaching to hear this stuff? It's like, here's an example this is from 2 sessions ago. I asked how many around me, and I put a question mark next to that. It means I'm not sure, but it's kind of sounded like 6. And then I asked 6 individuals, are they good? And then I heard throughout that stream of words bad and yeah. And then I asked about the bad ones, and I heard throughout that stream of words we bad and violent. And then I asked about an EM pump, if it helps them work, and I heard nothing relevant. Like, there was words, but nothing like stood out. And then I asked why, like something about the devices, like why do you guys like these devices? And I heard a word doors throughout a bunch of other words. It's weird. It's like, am I reaching? Am I making it happen? Yeah, like check this out. Explanation of what did I write? Well, anyway, I asked figure it out, and it said like the machine, like, did you guys figure out the machine? And it sounded like, you know. It's just weird. Like, what the hell? Am I just this was all with the Koss, the sweeping Koss radio. Let's see what other ones are there. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I really don't know. I mean, to read through these, like, you could totally make it seem like if I had no clue who I was and I was reading this and I knew something about spirit boxes, I'd be like, wow, this guy just like he's either super reaching or he's like really speaking with tons of entities. So I don't know, man. I'm still so on the fence with all this stuff. I have so many stinking questions. Like, how are you gonna, like, even if they can't give us the words that like we're specifically looking for, are they twisting certain words to make it so like that's the idea? Like, I asked something about, are shadow people real, and I heard total control. Like, was that the response, or was that just the radio? Yeah, I don't know, man. That's why I'm doing this so much, I think, is because I'm trying to, they say, you shouldn't do it at your home, right? So I'm trying to do that. And, well, this is just, I'm not listing what they shouldn't say. They say you shouldn't do it at your home. So because it can make things worse or whatever. I'm doing it in my room every day, trying to increase the odds of something happening. Yeah. Oh, and I'm not doing any sort of shutdowns or like intros anymore. Because, I mean, what's it going to take? Is it going to literally take me getting possessed for me to say all this is real? Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, I think I'm together enough. I've never been on medication. Everyone in my family like basically does, except my dad. And so I've always kind of viewed medication as like kind of a weird thing. No, I'm not saying medication is bad. My mom needs medication to survive. She has epilepsy, so. But it's just like things like my aunt, she's taking certain medications when she doesn't have to, and is weird. And yeah, so I have a weird kind of view on medication. So I don't think I'm crazy, honestly. Am I a believer? I can't say it yet. Yeah, let's go to a physical ghost box though. Yeah, Bob, I have been more on a physical kick. I haven't been, the apps just, I don't know. I don't trust any of this stuff 100% yet, but I think when you're dealing with radio, you have less likelihood of the possible intelligent responses just being like a word that the creator knows has a better. Like, for instance, I've thought about this. I don't know if I should discuss it, but I've thought about this. Hearing my name on certain apps, maybe they released an update that got automatically update, knowing that I've been doing this, and they put my name into it so that my name is being heard. So I'm like, oh my god, my name, but it's actually somebody actually put that in there physically so that to trick me. I mean, that's highly possible. I've heard my name on the XTS. I heard it on the Koss. I've heard my name on the Appy Droid. I've heard my legal name too on all three devices now. Oh, those are the three ones I use the most, and the SB7. I don't think I've heard my name on the SB7 though, but that's what we're gonna use today because I've been using the Koss quite a bit. Okay, guys, relax. Take a chill pill. I need to take a chill pill. I need to wake up a little. Yeah, it's a interesting kind of point you touched on, Bob, because I'm still at the point where I could just throw my hands in the air and say this is all make believe in my head. You know, I don't have any solid evidence. I haven't seen anything. If I see some like an apparition, or if I feel a touch or a grab, like how Rick had that crazy somebody, I saw the footage of it too. He like, it's one of his investigations where he gets grabbed in the back of the neck. Like Now, like you can't tell from the footage for sure he's getting grabbed from the back of the neck, but I trust Rick. Like, I don't think Rick is making this up. So, I mean, it feels like he's honest. At least if you like, I've talked to him a bunch, so I trust him to the point. Just the whole military aspect, just because I have a military family and I kind of know like that frame of mind that they have. You know, like, I don't know. It's some interesting stuff, man. I'm still definitely not at a point where I can say I'm a believer or a disbeliever. Still months and months into this. It would be nice if I could maybe connect with maybe a research team around here. There is in my local town a research team, but if you go to their website, they're all like people that have degrees and that are currently like working some really nice freaking job. And like, I just work at some cruddy overnight grocery store. So like, I don't think I'd fit in with them necessarily. Like, I fit in groups like with who we are, like all of us to hang out. Like, I need to find a group like that around here. Just chill people that are like-minded. Yeah, and also, Bob, I want to try building more ghost box. I'm going to start off with just basically putting a normal ghost box into a fancy box just to make it look cool. But then I want to try. I've been finding blueprints and schematics to a bunch of the other ghost boxes all over the place. Not all of them, but there's a bunch of them. And I can't say I'm going to be successful. I probably won't even start it, but it would be nice to try to figure out how maybe some of this works. And maybe, I don't know, my dad knows a little bit about that stuff. If I ever get down to Southern Colorado, I might be able to talk to him about it. I'm trying not to smoke my tobacco on streams, but I don't know. I feel like smoking today. I'm trying to make it more official and stuff, but I feel like smoking today. Yeah, we're gonna try the K2 thing. It's interesting because throughout, I think it was Steve's stream, I didn't have one hit on it. And yesterday I had a couple. All right, SB7. I don't know. The K2 still, I can't say the K2 fully works. I can't say any of this crud fully works. I guess I need to get out of more locations and try different experiments and so on and so forth. Yeah, I've used the Koss like 2 straight days, so I'm gonna switch it up with the SB7. Turn it on. All right, guys, this is a physical ghost box. Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on. Actually, we'll start with this, and then we'll go to that. I keep forgetting to use this. I wanted to use this, and I also want to use this. This is like an old school one where the dial's right here. It only sweeps AM. All right, guys. Hello, hello. Wow. So the theory is you can use the white noise or maybe the radio itself to speak with me. Go ahead and try to say anything. Get accustomed to this, please. Weird noise. Put it on this one. Hello, hello. Are you guys here? Try to speak through this, guys. YouTube. All right. I'm going to shut this because I need to just focus on that. Change it up a little. All right, guys. What's it going to take for me to become a believer? Can you give me an idea? See what you guys talking about in chat. I haven't been in chat in a while. Yeah, that's a good idea, Bob, about the writing it down on paper and seeing if they say it. It's okay. Take your time, guys. Can you please tell me my name throughout this process? My name is Rusty. If you can repeat my name back to me, that would really greatly increase the odds for me to confirm communication. So go ahead and just try to say Rusty. We're going to focus on that. We're going to focus on just a few words. Bob, you have a good point, man. Just like, if you just like go crazy, just yeah. Guys, please try to say my name, Rusty. See, it feels somewhat different here, but I don't know if that's the airflow. Oh, that was a weird kind of. Come over to this device. We think you speak into it. Try to say my name, Rusty, please. Are you here with me today, guys? Is my skepticism just too much today? It's not that I don't believe you're here. I just need more proof. I need more evidence for myself, not for anybody else, just for myself. Can you knock the SB7 over? Can you knock this over? Make it fly? Or touch me? I am. That's the only thing that came out of it for a while. I am. Can you please tell me your name through this device? Is that possible, please? Hello? Come on, guys. You have a chance to try to communicate with me. Would you like to? I'm not boring you or am I annoying you today? I don't know. It just feels really different today. I'm just having a skeptical day, I guess. So that's a radio hit. So we're getting one radio hit. So anything else that's coming in could be a response, guys. Come on, please try to talk to me. Go ahead and say anything you would like to tell me. Your name, anything, please. Does this device even work? Can you say my name through it? Can you say Rusty? Or tell me your name, please? See, here comes a radio hit. After that weird sound. There you go. Now it should just be all white noise. Go ahead and try to talk, guys. I'll try to time my questions with that. And then the radio hit. All right, here comes the radio hit. Should be close to. Oh, radio hit. Wait, here it comes. All right, guys. Here's your chance. Please tell me your name, please. Through this device. Morning, Kathleen, or good evening, Kathleen, actually. I actually just started replaying GTA 5 the other day. It's the third time I've started from scratch, but I only beat it once. See, hey Bob, through my research too, it seems like there's like kind of two main schools of thought with this research. It's mainly like how I'm doing it now, where we're just trying to get the isolated word out every once in a while. And then there's more of like the radio, just like mad chatter. And then somehow they manipulate stuff through that. When I first started this, I was all about just the white noise. And then I started leaning more towards you need more of the chatter. At this point, I really don't know, but it makes more sense that you're going to get more accurate responses through something like right now, where I'm only getting a radio hit on one spot instead of pulling the antenna out and trying to get more voices through it. But who's to say that's not how it works with the radio? You know, I don't really know. Honestly, I don't know. I wish I knew. But then if I knew, I guess I wouldn't be doing this. And I don't know. Now you got me thinking of playing video games, Kathleen. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Kathleen. All right. I'm not going to be able to confirm it on this. See, I experienced something like this, or like probably like 4 or 5 months ago on one of my sessions. I think it's SB7 session number 6. It's the thumbnail is actual infrared. It's my first nighttime filming of the SB7, and throughout that, I was getting frustrated. And I remember at points, I think it was at the end or might have been in the middle, but I was like, what am I going to do? Am I just going to be sitting here filming myself talking to a radio for 100 sessions? And that was before I even started streaming. And so I think I'm at like 30 sessions after that, and I'm still talking to radio. But I'm kind of feeling that frustration today, but not like aggressive frustration like I was that night. It's weird. Is it because I feeling more skeptical that you guys aren't communicating with me? Is that it? Or do I need to hold this? What's the deal? Let me try holding it for a minute. I hate that. I'm so tired of everybody saying for a minute too. Let me hold this for a while. I'm going to try to kill that trend. Ugh. So guys, this is called the SB7, all right? You think you can communicate through it. I don't know if I need to be touching it to help create more energy. Try to speak through this. At any point through the session, try to repeat my name back to me, Rusty, please, through this device. Or try to tell me hello. I imagine it's not easy to actually speak to me. Ah, crap, I gotta plug my laptop in.
Turn that.
Shit, what are you trying to do? I'm trying to plug in the computer, guys. Are you here with me? Can you please speak to me through this device in my hand? It's called a P-SB7. We call it a SpiritTalk. You think you can speak into this somehow, manipulate the words, manipulate the white noise, and speak to me through this? Can you please tell me my name, Rusty? That'll help for me to confirm this communication I'm trying. It's so hard to do. Go ahead, take your time.
Down.
Nothing. Do you guys need more words? Do you need words from the radio? Should I try to antenna? Try to say my name, Rusty, please. Or say anybody's name on the screen. Starry, Hidden Beneath, Kathy, UCI Paranormal, Shippo, DJ, Mystic. So spirits, if you exist, do you get used to one box versus another? Is it because I've been using this one more? What's the deal? Yeah. I don't know. See, now that's already hit, so now it's all white noise. Please try to speak to me through this now. Tell me anything about yourself. Interesting. Hello. I just heard a hello. Hello. Are you here? That was a weird hello. Yeah. Do you want to continue using this spirit box, or do you want me to use the yellow one? Can you say black if you want to keep using this one here in my hand? Or yellow if you want to use the other one? I don't know. It's weird. Right when I was going to stop, right when I was going to switch it up to the Koss, I picked it up and it said, hello? Very weird. Okay. It's okay, guys. Try to communicate, please. Can you give me yes or no answers? Can you say yes? No. Please, if you can give me yes or no answers.
Oh my God.
Sound like a yeah. Okay. Can you tell me then? Am I speaking to more than one entity? Yes or no? I'm not sure. Am I speaking with more than one entity? Yes or no? Is my place haunted? Yes or no? What we call haunted, where spirits live here. I'm over to this device here. I'm feeling these weird cold pocket things, but I don't know if that's just the air moving around my room because I have a fan on. That was weird. I felt it come over, like move over to my finger. You hearing dude lay off? Seriously? You hearing me? That's obviously radio right there. You hearing this in the white noise? Al? All right, guys, come on. We think you're human spirits, and we think you can come over and try to use this device here to speak. I don't know if you have to scream. I don't know the deal. Do you know how it works? Is there some sort of energy? Shit.
Your phone.
So this is with the antenna out now, so it's picking up like a little bit more. I don't know though. I don't know if that helps. I don't think it does. I was just gonna ask if it helps, and you said yeah. If there's more voices coming through from the radio, does that help you guys? Yes or no, please? Yeah, I thought I heard Bob. Can you guys make the K2 meter go off, please? If you light this up, we can indicate that you may be here with me, so I can know you're actually here. I can't say this is all real yet. I went out and spent all this money to try to see if I can figure this out, and I'm yet to figure it out. Can you come over and light this up? Make it light up to the green or yellow or even the orange? It looks like this when you light it up. Try to make it light up like that at any time, please. Can you tell me how you guys died? Would you like to tell me that, please? So again, guys, throughout this process, if you can repeat my name back to me, Rusty, that would be greatly appreciated. Can you tell me now how many of you guys are around me, please?
Yeah.
Are you guys even actual spirits? Am I being tricked by some weird energy that's around us? Are you spirits? Yes or no, please? Or say spirit, please?
See tomorrow.
See, my gut is that this isn't entirely human spirits, if not at all human spirits. That may just be us misidentifying things again. Are you human? Can you say human, please? Is there any way? Take your time. Try to say, we're human, please. I'll be right back. I'm just going to let him try to say that for a couple minutes. I'll be right back.
Mother.
Great.
All right, all right. It sounded like it was a little chatty, but I don't know. While I was going, let's see what you guys heard. Are you guys still here? Come on, let's try to communicate. Did you say my name at any chance? What color shirt am I wearing, guys?
Left.
Left. I'm here. Do you like me calling you spirits? Is it okay for me to call you a spirit?
You point.
Other.
So what I'm trying to search for here is what we call intelligent responses. And it's not, when I say intelligent, it's not to have disrespect towards you and try to make you feel stupid. It's basically a way that we term the responses that we hear through these devices that are exact answers that we're looking for the certain question that we're asking. For example, if I ask, what color is my hat? And through this device, I heard black, then I would know that's an intelligent response, and then I'm not just hearing random radio. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Can you say yes if you do?
Wood.
Are you guys starting to figure this out? Does it take time to figure this out? Can you guys explain to me why I have not had that paranormal experience that so many others have that turned them into believers? Why do I not have these paranormal experiences?
Going to
I don't know. Are you guys trying to use this? Yeah, this thing, yeah. Weird. It's weird, cool thing. Try to use this, guys. We don't know how you talk through it. It's called a spirit box, okay? Just, we think it's some sort of manipulation of energy. Can you let me know if you are an older entity or a newer spirit? What I mean by that, have you died recently? Oh, that was weird.
But
Yeah, that's the for sure radio. There was a weird sound before that. Go ahead. Try to tell me anything you want. No question. Just tell me anything you want right now. Silent. See, it's weird, man. The radio.
look upon.
Yeah. Can you guys speak to this device? Is this device not working? See, it's a good example right there, Bob. Like, basically, yeah, like, I think I'd be willing to bet money, actually, that if I just sat it here and did what I was doing and not touched it at all, except that was weird. I did hear a weird, like a rumble or something, but other than that, it'd be that one radio hit every time. And I don't know, man. I've done it. I've sat down and I've tried it like tons of times, and I've only that one time I think I got that. I don't know. Do you need the extra voices coming in? Maybe. I don't know. I know that some people like to completely remove the antenna and also use things like Faraday cages and stuff, which I've wanted to try, but I've just yet to actually do. I guess I could put this in a microwave with like a digital voice recorder and just record it. That would be interesting, actually. Should try that. Yeah, because I bet if I just sat here for an hour straight, it would be that same radio every time, and I wouldn't get it. So that's what made me start leaning towards, like, you need maybe some sort of other voices coming in. I don't know. We're going to throw on the Koss. The Koss is more chatty. It's a portable radio, so it actually has a little bit better reception naturally. We'll see what we hear. We'll see if we can get them to say my name. I got it to say my name on the Koss, I think it was last night. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't know, man. I'm definitely having a more skeptical day in the long run. So this is the Koss PP257 hacked version. Whoa, no music. No music. YouTube does not like other people's music. Unless you have freaking written, stamped, expressed. Oh, I don't know where that stinking clip went. Where'd it go, man? I have a lot of random crap laying around here. I just used it last night. Well, I can use this crazy one, but I don't want to break it. Yeah. I got this crazy clamp. Check this one out. This is when my sister got married a few years back. This one, you could like break somebody's bones with this one. my sister got married a few years ago, and my niece was already like 3 or 4 at the time. And when we had to go like get fitted or whatever. And she walked out of the store with this. This was something at the wedding place. It's like the craziest freaking small clamp I've ever had in my life. It's like a workout. All right, well, I guess I'm just going to hold it because I can't find the stinking clip for now. All right, so this is the chattier ghost box. Can you guys say my name, please, throughout this process? Or is my skepticism just annoying the spirits today? It's not that I'm a full skeptic, because I'm not, or I wouldn't even be doing this. I was raised that this stuff was real.
For instance,
What's up, Pugs? I'm trying to find my crisp clip so I don't have to hold this down and scan it.
On social media.
Spirit box, you like saying hi to Pugs? Say hi to him, please. Yeah, I got turns down. Say hi to Pugs.
Remember.
I found a freaking clip. I like this one too. I wish the the SB7 had a volume dial. All right, guys. So this one is the Koss. We're gonna try this one for a bit. These cold little air pockets. Is that you? Do you guys create weird cold pockets around us?
After that.
Proud.
The things you
Give.
on one mix.
Can you guys tell me the color of this spirit box? Can you please tell me what color this is?
Hey, you.
Vandy. Getting so.
Eyes last.
Dude.
All right, guys. So I'm going to ask you, I'm sorry if this is annoying you. I'm sorry if we've tried this and you're attempting and we're failing. But one way we can confirm that this is working is if you can repeat my name, Rusty, back to me, please. I'm going to let it just go sweep for a couple minutes. Please try to say my name, Rusty. Okay? Please.
No,
Forgive me.
essential. 2 weeks there. This plumbing heater.
Come on, guys. The device is right here. Come over to it. Come on. I forgot I could like turn it down. I'm just gonna let it go for a while.
Very important.
Awesome. Sorry about that, guys.
Five verses.
Did you really? I'm gonna let it go. Keep trying, guys. Please just clearly try to say Rusty. Please, guys.
Jam. April 20th.
It makes it.
I'm gonna let it go for a minute. Go ahead.
I've won. Yeah, yeah. Everything something.
Oh, that kind of sounds like a melodic one.
So I went to the one.
Say it as many times as you can. Just say it over and over, please. Say my name, Rusty, over and over. That's it. It sounded better in my head.
I'm from Colorado. Whatever. Great. Long time ago. Hits it. Describing 26. Go right. Next question. What was your
Programs are
showers? There's green egg.
well.
Yeah, Bob, I think it's just the pixelation. I've noticed if it was on my left shoulder, I've noticed weird little pixelations around that area before. Can you say hi to the people watching? We have Kathleen, Pugster, Bob, aka UCI Paranormal. We have Hidden Beneath One, aka James. We had Almighty Shippo, Project Shadowstalker, X Gaming, DJ Lightbeats, Mystic Hazard, Starry Night. Say any of these names, guys. The reason I'm asking this is so we can make sure you're here, please. So I know that I'm not talking to nobody. Any of those names, my name, any of those names.
As the
Corruption have
and prime.
Not laughing.
Great Bridger.
I'm taking this serious. Taking this really serious, guys.
You know what? Have to ask the question.
and north and
Dead. How's words about?
Yeah, Shadowstalker. I'm just listening. They were here earlier on. I think they both are sleeping now. They might be watching sleeping too, so it's kind of funny. I might be in their dreams speaking to them. Mwahaha.
mom.
All right, guys. I'm sorry. I think it's not that I'm negative. It's just I don't know. It's weird. I'm having a weird morning. I'm feeling a little more laid back now, though, for whatever reason. So let's just kick back and ask you some questions. I want to ask you, how old were you when you died?
Scheduled death. Must be. So walk it. Just do the right. I can do this. I hit music. Thousands of.
Are you what we call a spirit? Are you a dead human?
Others.
Coming to strange.
Yours is just.
Lives last.
Beef chat.
You know, Bob, I did hear that melodic rusty, or at least that sounded like it. Actually, I thought I heard a melodic rusty twice, actually, throughout that, but I can't say for sure. I'll have to rewatch, which I say that on a bunch of them, and I never do. I'm up to like, what is that? That's a lot. At least close to 70 hours now. Or no, more than that. Yeah, about 70 hours, I think. Dang it. No, wait. No, like 100 hours. Whatever. It's a lot. Okay, spirits. When people feel cold pockets, like cold air moving, is that you moving around them? And if it is, why can't we see you? What's going on with that?
The man.
The Lord.
You're bored or Lord? Well, tell me something.
Implement.
Good Lord.
The health issue.
So this is a chattier one. There's more words that are just radio. Do you need that radio chatter to speak to me? If so, can you repeat radio chatter? Any of those two words? If both of them would be awesome. Try to repeat to me radio chatter.
99. Oh, you're not gonna
Go out and
I'm looking for repeated words back to me today, guys. Please. I don't know why. It's just what I'm doing. So please repeat radio or chatter. Radio chatter. Because that's if that's what's working. I don't know. Is it the white noise? I'm like really discombobulated today. I'm disheveled. I'm disorientated. I'm other words similar to those. The source, please. Okay, so why is that? Why am I feeling off today, spirits?
Stop that.
it's a thick.
program.
Good morning.
All right, interesting. All right, we're going to change now bands on this because the AM band, this is FM. The AM sounds completely different than the AM, and it also, I think, has a faster sweep. So you'll hear this. It'll be mostly just quick one syllables, but every once in a while you'll catch like 2 or 3 syllables. And I don't know, is that radio? Maybe it's the spirits getting through. I don't know. Let's see if they are spirits. I still have wondered this from the start, if they aren't spirits at all, if they're just some sort of echo or like different dimension. The whole dimension thing makes sense because that would explain why we can't see or interact with them. They're within our plane of existence, just on a different realm that we can't currently interact with. Unless we had if you had special goggles, let's say, you could actually see what's going on, maybe. All right, so this is AM. Has a completely different sound. All right, spirits. So this is a different radio band, a different megahertz. I don't know what megahertz it is exactly or what the whole deal is, but try to tune into that energy frequency, okay? Just take your time. Try to say whatever you can. Try to just figure it out.
Yeah.
Speak. That was interesting. You can hear how fast it's speaking when you hear parts of those words chop by real fast. I heard speak throughout all that craziness, okay? So was that you that said speak? See, something don't work or something? 2 syllables right there? Go ahead and just say whatever you guys would like to say. Okay, I'll wait a minute to ask a question. Just try to say anything. Can you try to say my YouTube last name, guys? Can you try to say reporter? Reporter. That's 3 syllables. Please try to say that.
What? Shoot.
That's such a weird sound. It sounds like a expensive ghost box. What's up, Joey? What's up, buddy? I feel from time to time weird movement of air. Is that a spirit that's doing that?
Why not?
You can kind of hear that beeping. That's the hack mutes that beeping slightly. The beeping would be a lot louder. Definitely creates an interesting white noise. If they are utilizing that white noise, it's an interesting white noise that's coming out of this. That crackling noise, my friends, is that what you try to use to speak out of?
Yep.
See, so right there was a good example of how fast it's sweeping through it. So all you heard that one guy say was back, like real quick. Like, so anything that's in theoretically, if you're hearing 3 or 4 syllable words, which I have in the past, I'm trying to get, what else is 3 syllable? Can you guys please tell me your last name? Is that possible? Any of your entities around me, tell me your surname, your last name. Okay, yeah, okay. I was wondering this earlier. So you can fit 3 syllables in that gap. That it said 303 right there, real quick, and 303 is an area code in Colorado. So funny. Yeah, so it is. It's not as impressive. Like if you say it's 3 or 4 syllables. It's not necessarily impressive if it's said really fast. And radio, people can talk fast on radio. I guess intelligent responses is what we need. All right, here we go. This is an easy one to say. Spirits, this is a test. This is all a test, but this is just a test inside of a test to see if you can say what this is. Can you please describe to me or tell me what this is, this object in my right hand, this silver object? What is this? Are you around my hand right now? It's okay. Don't feel frustrated if you're not getting through. Just trying to figure things out. I'm trying to figure out the world in general. I mean, it's not only do I find the possibility of spirit world fascinating, but just every aspect of life, everything. I mean, you put an ology at the end of it, and I'm pretty much interested in it. I think that's why I could never focus at the end of school and like want to go to college, because it's just too many things I found fascinating. And I probably would have been one of those dudes that spent like 30 grand and then decided I didn't even want to pursue that discipline anymore and go and chunk another 30, 40 grand into something else and then be like, oh, maybe. So I don't know. Hey, what's up, DJ? What's up, buddy boy? Spirits, am I going at this the right way? Is this communication working? No, I've never done any sort of rituals. My aunt, my mom's sister, she's Wiccan or whatever, and it totally is into all that stuff. But yeah, my mom, she like kind of sort of, but like more the Buddhist view. But I don't know, more. I don't know. She was more metaphysical in general, just like metaphysical, I guess is a good term for it. Like all that stuff, ESP, all that kind of stuff. Like she was all into, or still kind of into, or believes in, and all that stuff. I guess I should say. So that's like I was raised with that, like that point of view from her. Like early on, she would tell us things about, like, I remember when I was like 5 years old, I remember she said, I remember her telling us about her being like psychic and having psychic abilities. And she said, if I'm ever in trouble, just sit and try to say her name over and over and over, and she'll try to find me. And I remember one time I got home and she was late from work. I walked home from school because school was real close. And back then, I don't know, I had to have been 5 or 6. I don't remember my sister being there. Well, anyway, yeah, it's funny. Anyway, I was by myself and I tried doing that, and she got there like half an hour, 45 minutes later. And I was like, I was trying that. And she's like, oh, I was real busy. I didn't do that. So I remember that I must have been older than that. Oh, man, I was young though, because I was living at this place we only lived for like a year. I had to have been like 4 or 5. It's a really young memory. I don't know. It's pretty sharp little kid to think like that though. But I just remember thinking early on that like this stuff isn't real if she wasn't hearing me. Like, is this stuff real? Like questioning it at that age. But growing up later though, I mean, I remember probably like, I don't know, that it was after they got a divorce. See, they technically got a divorce right after I was born, and then you know how parents do or whatever, they got back together briefly and conceived my sister, and so they tried to do a second run. They didn't get remarried, but they tried to do like a get back together and do a second run. And yeah, long story short, that didn't work. So by the time I was 5 or 6, they were divorced, and we were moving back and forth anyway. So I think I was probably like 7 or 8. I remember doing reading tests where she would hold a card in front of her, a poker card, and just think the color that it is in her head, and me and my sister would try to read it and guess the color, essentially. And I always, in my memory, she always said that I was better at reading and my sister was better at sending or something like that. I don't know. I remember going to different shops to get crystals. I used to wear a crystal when I was a real little kid. I was raised with this whole metaphysical new age stuff, essentially, long story short. So that whole ideology or whatever that I was raised with, you would assume would help me to communicate with these easier, or to have them do things like push something over, or appear to me in some sort of actual visual form. But no, I don't know. Maybe it's because I never had that. I just paranormal experience. I just always in the back of my mind. I can't fully say this is all real. That's why I'm doing this. But yeah, I don't know. Today's a weird day. What a weird. Wasn't it a full moon last night or something? I think it was a full moon last night. Am I being affected by the moon? Is that why I feel so weird? Spirits, tell me about the moon. Does the moon affect humans? Yeah, no, Bob, I totally agree, buddy. For sure, man. I totally agree. Yeah, like why the main reason I haven't done something like the Ouija board is I think it's just like saturated right now, and I don't want to really do that. If I ever do a Ouija board session here on the stream, I'm gonna I mean, I still could be hoaxing it, but the only way I'll ever make myself believe it if it starts moving. I mean, for some reason, if it starts moving, that's impressive on its own, but I have to not be looking at it, because that's the only way I would ever be convinced. Because when I watch other people do Ouija board sessions, I'm never convinced because they're looking. It's just that one aspect to me that always, call it OCD or whatever. It's just because they can see the board, I'm just immediately unconvinced of all of it. The ones where people are blindfolded, those are interesting, because the sensory deprivation techniques is fascinating in itself. Yeah, for sure, Bob. I want to do all sorts. I'm just, work is the main constraint. And it's not that the time of work, it's really the lack of energy from work. I'm just exhausted from work all the time. Even on my days off, I tend to not really do much because I'm just exhausted. It was a full moon. Yeah. Okay, interesting. See, I'm not a staunch believer in all that, but it does make sense plausibly that this crazy thing sitting up in the sky above us that we believe is magnet or gravitationally yanking on us could have some sort of effect on us internally too, with like our natural magnetism or something. Who knows? Weird day. Spirits, what do you think about all that I just said? Okay, I'm gonna go back to AM now. Or FM, I mean. Go back to what I'm already on. Spirits, entities, interdimensional beings, aliens, people from the past, future, present, whoever you are, can you please name yourself?
Ring of fire.
I'll be right back.
Our life.
Gentle, baby.
I don't want to get aggressive or mean. I don't want to be like, I demand you to name yourself. Can you please just name yourself? What are you? Are you human? Are you alien? Extraterrestrial? Are you some unknown species that is from Earth that we just can't see? What are you? Can you please name yourself?
Hospital company.
K2 went off while I stepped away, huh?
Yeah, just go.
Interesting. I want to test something. I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm going to see in a second here. There's a 30-second delay. I'm going to see if I just debunked that K2 hit. The one that happened. I don't know if it debunks everyone, but it might debunk the one that just happened. Right here, I'm watching it right now. See if it goes off. What I was doing was yep. It did go off. All right, now let's see if it goes off anymore. What happened was I turned the fan. I have a fan and I turned it up, and I'm wondering if that did it. So I went back and I turned it off and on. I just changed it a bunch. We got one K2 hit. If you're here with me, come over and try to light this up, guys. I think it was the fan, but I don't know if it can be. Here, I'm gonna do a third time. I think it's when I turn it off. Let's see what happens. Third time's a charm. I think it's when it gets turned off, then turned back on. I just want to see if I get it to go off a third time, then it's got to be the fan. Oh, it went off when I stepped away. All right, hold on. Yeah, when you guys type it like the K11, oh, it flickered. All right, we'll do it one more time. I think it's that fan, dude. I honestly think it's the fan. It flickered on each time I stepped away. Now, if it flickers while I'm here, then it might not be the fan. But it flickered on 3 times that I stepped away. And I messed with that fan. I adjusted the knobs. So yeah, I think it's the fan. Guys, if you're around here, try to light it up like you just did. If you do, and if you can, and if you'd like to, we can try asking yes or no questions, or you can light it up once for yes if you'd like, or you can light it up twice or more for no. Let me show you what that would look like so you can see. That would be one. Well, one there. That would be an answer of 1. Yes. So if I asked if you're a male and you are, and you wanted to light it up once, it'd look like that. See? But if you wanted to say no, you'd make it do something like this. More than once. See? Like that. If you could do that for no's. So again, this is what a yes looks like. I think that was once. And then this is what a no looks like. Okay? Something like that. It's all off over here. If you're here with me, please try to just light it up once to let me know you're here, please. I'm watching it. Yeah, I watch it on the live feed, so I don't have to like. Yeah, look at me on my screen. Funny. I'm all, yeah, funny. All right, come on, guys. Let's just take a minute. Go ahead and just try to light it up. Guess I can move it over just a little, huh? Oh, hey, check this out. This is I forgot about this. This gives me a chance to use this. Pow. Hello, how's it going? Let's get a nice close-up view of the K2. Come on, light up. Light it up once for yes. Come on, guys. Or just light it up at all. That's a way we can verify you're here. Possibly. We think this can detect you. I want to see what this looks like. I always forget I can do this. I'm magic, by the way. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? Oh, funny. All right, I need to go back to the live feed. Come on, guys. So, like I said, just come over here. Light it up. We don't know if you touch it. We don't know if you touch it or fly through it or think about it, or if you need my energy, try to light it up. I mean, it feels kind of cool here, but I have a fan on, so man. Close up. See, watch. Zoom out. Zoom in. That's really far in. Come on, guys. Are you here with me? I want to see what you guys say about this. All right, yeah, don't touch the fan. That's a good idea, Bob. All right, I'm going to leave again and not touch the fan this time. I was gone for what, like, I don't know, 5-10 seconds. I'll just go over and act like I'm touching it. I'll be right back. La-da-da, touching it. Or I'm not touching it, but I'm acting like I'm touching it. La-da-da. Anything? I don't know. I wasn't looking when I first got up. I'm going to try it again real quick. There, I just turned it off. I just turned it off, and it flickered. Watch this. I just turned it on. Now watch. I'm going to turn it off right on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I didn't do it that time. Yeah. I'm doing that. Debunked. It's totally the fan. It doesn't happen every time. But yeah, I was doing that. Yeah. It's the fan. Debunked. All right, cool. We can get off this. Get off my ugly mug. All right, sweet. Figure it out. Yeah, it is. Ha ha ha. Back that camera up, yo. Starry. All right, you guys are funny. Spirits, what was that? Was that just craziness, or is that what needs to be done? Do we need to try to figure out and debunk every little thing? Yeah, it's just not on every time, so I didn't catch it at first. But when I sat there and I was really started twiddling it, yeah. What do you think about debunking? Debunking is good, right? Because, I mean, that's how we're going to sort through all this and try to figure out the truth. You're still around me, right? Here, let's just forget everything I just said, okay? Just quiet down for a second. Let's calm down the energies. I want to try to get names of you, these individuals, of you, whoever are around me. If it's 1, if it's 12, if it's 730,000, I just want to get some names, please. So go ahead, try to use this device. I'm going to let it run for a few minutes and tell me any names, please.
Colorado. Enough to that license plate number. Oh, good. Now look. Buen amigo.
Can you manipulate us? Can you make us feel different?
Only does.
Conscience. Estación por la to be.
How do you manipulate us? Grats, James, finally.
For holiday. Le damos a contestar. Magician.
Can you manipulate me now to some degree? Can you do something? Can you, I don't know. What can you do? What powers do you have?
Lo que
Yeah, no, sorry. That's something that's always in the back of my mind too. Because, so let's say after everybody dies, they become a spirit, and let's say there is no heaven or hell, that you just become a spirit and you live in the spirit world, which is like parallel with our world, just not fully interactive. Then yeah, exactly, there would be countless just seas, like we got that, just exactly. But it doesn't seem like that. It seems like it's more sparse and far in between. So that makes me wonder, if maybe there is a destination as quote unquote a heaven or hell, or if this energy gets recycled or reused again in another manner, aka maybe quote unquote reincarnation or something along those lines, or there isn't a heaven and hell. Instead, it's like, if you look at it like steps, and it's just like an ascension, ascending to different levels. And through each process, like it's just a different form of life. So like what we call spirit life is actually just like maybe the second step in our progression. And then after the spirit life, then we become some other form or some other individual and keep growing and growing and growing. That's more of like the Buddhist and Hinduist kind of feel to it. I don't know. That's kind of like my kind of gut feeling, possibly. Spirits, what I just said, that level, those ascending steps, is there multiple steps to ascension to gain full enlightenment?
Designer ship.
Una cantidad de sí, pues, join it.
Is it something like I described, guys? Please just go ahead and take your time and try to tell us anything about what life is like. What goes on after this form?
Companies ever
You know what's interesting about the last thing you said about the physical space just made me just randomly think about the theory about how all matter in the universe itself, if you think of it like a bucket, there's just a set amount of matter and energy, and if you add anything into that, it would the bucket would spill over and the universe would explode. And that's basically one of the arguments to against time travel, is that if you were to take your matter and put it back into the universe at a different point in time, when there's the matter and energy in the universe is already at max capacity, you'd be adding that one drop into it, and it would just make everything blow over, and just existence would cease to exist. It's an interesting theory. And what I'm going with that is yeah, if they're able to do something like that, then that shows you that theory is blown out of the water, which is interesting because it does. Now, that was something that was proposed more before quantum entanglement, and those ideas I think were coming through, and especially things like quarks or whatever, and those weird things in space now where they just like appear and disappear in the emptiness of space, the vacuum of space. We used to think it was just nothing, that space was just nothing, but now we know that it's full of all these particles that are just appearing and reappearing and doing weird things. Yeah, no, it's some crazy stuff, man. I think it is. I think at least throughout my research through the Buddhist type of like Shaolin style of the thought process, yeah, it's like levels. It's essentially like levels, and you're trying to do things to better yourself, and not only inside your personal life, but your body and your mind as well. Like the main focus is the physical aspect of the martial arts, the practice of the wushu, and then the mind, the focus of the meditation. They essentially would just do their chores, do their practices, and meditate. And this was like their lifestyle. And I essentially got to live a lifestyle like that for close to 6 months. And I did feel extremely balanced throughout that time. I really do think there is something to the Shaolin, the ancient Buddha, because it all really kind of spawned from Shaolin. Like it's quite fascinating. Supposedly the ancient legend is the man, I haven't read any of this in years, so we're going off like old memories. So I can't remember all the names exactly, but the ancient prince, the Buddha, I can't remember his name, right off the top of my head. He went to the ancient original, back when he first met the Chinese. Went to the original Shaolin Temple, and supposedly to prove how dedicated and how enlightened he was, he meditated outside the temple in a cave for something like 6 or 7 years. And I think there was an impression of his, man. See, this is old memories. I'm actually, maybe I shouldn't. See, I don't want to speak about stuff that I'm like twisting up memories now. Anyway, supposedly he taught the original Shaolin monks, the original style or whatever, to those original Shaolin monks. And that's what spawned like all the martial arts. Like, I have a book over there that has like freaking like 100 fists that like nobody in mainstream knows about. Like, you never hear about in mainstream like MMA or nothing. There's so many styles of martial arts because it supposedly originated back then, like however long ago now. I really need to I need a refresher course on all that stuff. It's been years. It's been years since I used to practice like the warm-ups and everything. All right, I'm gonna ghost box a little bit more, and I think I'm gonna call it a night here in the next like half an hour tops. And I say night because it is my nighttime, technically sleepy time, at least. Man, I can't. If I was not exhausted, I would be able to get a lot of this information out better. Yeah, like it's some fascinating stuff, man. I have these and they're not like ancient books, but they're old books from like, I think they were originally published in the 80s and stuff. And they show pictures of the Shaolin Temple where they would just, you see, today it's all about fanciness and having like this really long form that's like super fancy. But the way they taught the basic techniques is you would literally just do the same easy stuff for like a year or two at least, and then maybe move on to learning some more stuff. But basically things like ground stomping, where you stomp one leg as you strike, and then you stomp the other leg and you strike with the opposite arm. You just do that over and over and over. There's these really awesome pictures of this old Shaolin temple where literally the ground is made out of the brick or whatever it is, but where they're practicing it, there's indentions of them stomping on that brick like over and over. They've indented in their little spots where they practice it over and over for like hours and end on day. Yeah, man, it's some crazy stuff. Yeah, it's the moon. I blame this all on the moon. I'm not a staunch believer in all that stuff, so I can't say it really does. But yeah, I just feel weird today. I think it's the moon. Spirits, what's going on? Does the moon alter humans? Does it alter human behavior? Yeah, I need to refresh. I used to know so much more knowledge on Shaolin, and I've literally lost. I have not practiced or read a book in probably 10 years. No, more than that, like 14 years. Anyway, yeah, going back to that stomping thing, that's like how I basically practice my martial arts. I just learned the basic things, and I did it over and over and over for those 6 months. And I meditated twice a day, in the morning and in the afternoon. And I did it their way, and I did it their basic way, because they have the basic and then the master or the more advanced version. And I never, even to this day, if I do that every once in a while, I never do the advanced one. Just because it's like supposedly dangerous if you don't really know what you're doing. And it recommended you not doing it, so I didn't do it, even though it told you how to do it.
Stuck.
Yeah, like a lot of those old movies and stuff, like the 36 Chambers and stuff like that, like it's some cool stuff, man. Those old Shaolin movies. Shit, Spirits, should I get back into practicing martial arts? I really should.
Oh my God.
I took a praying mantis, like a legit praying mantis class for praying mantis style for like a month, maybe a little bit over. But I mainly gave it up because they make you do push-ups with your fingertips, and the freaking arm, you have to do arm blocks or whatever. And I was really new at doing it at that time, and I hadn't built up any like bone calluses. I don't know if you can see, but you develop these like bumps over your wrist from doing the blocks over and over. And the very first time I took that praying mantis class, I got stuck with the sensei or whatever you call the Chinese ones. I can't remember. Sifu. Yeah, that's right. And yeah, he's like, man, you got bony arms. I'm like, you're telling me, man, you're the one whacking them. But yeah, you build up this crazy muscle, or I don't know if it's muscle or what, but you build up these bumps over your arms from blocking over and over. It's crazy. Yeah, look, I'm trying to show you there. I don't know if you guys can actually see that. Yeah, it's crazy. I miss that stuff, man. I should get back into it.
4, 5.
Yeah, anyway, long story short, I couldn't cut the praying mantis, man. It was pretty rough. It was cool, though. I can't remember any of the techniques from that, though. Oh, and apparently when I was a real little kid, I don't have this memory at all, but apparently when I was like 2 or 3, my mom would go to a Buddhist temple, and she said I love the Buddhist monks. So maybe that's why I got so fascinated with martial arts and Shaolin and stuff as I got older, because the movies didn't help. Once I got my hands on the movies when I was like 15, 16, I just became obsessed. Spirits, do you know anything about video games? That's a weird one. Let's see. Can you guys talk about video games? Do you watch me play video games?
Logan,
Trusted source.
Okay, so I just thought of an interesting one. What about ethnic spirits? Why is it always, well, I mean, depending, you can sometimes hear the Spanish on the radio here because there is a lot of Spanish influence, but I mean, there's not going to be any, you shouldn't be hearing any French or any other languages at all on the physical ghost boxes. On the XTS, you do hear, like the app, you do hear some different languages, but for instance, why, like, you think spirits could travel freely whenever? Are there any spirits around here that are Asian? Are there any Asian spirits here?
Put it plain. Sleep upstairs.
Yeah, yeah, to be like a legit monk takes so much practice, and plus so much discipline, and plus no dating and no meat. And then I found Taoism. Taoism is essentially the same thing as Buddhism, except a little more laid back. They can grow their hair out, they can eat meat, they can get married. Yeah, if you ever have the time and you can ever find it, look up Shaolin versus Wu-Tang. That's a really good flick, and I think that's the flick that inspired the whole Wu-Tang saga of the rap group and all that. But Shaolin versus Wu-Tang is awesome, and that's an example of Buddhism and Taoism, and it's also an example of like their views of the martial arts and stuff. It's really cool movie, man. Shaolin versus Wu Tang, classic. I love that. I love the actors in those two guys. Those two dudes in those movies are great. Yeah, the Gordon Fang or whatever, the bald one. He's in a bunch of old Shaolin ones. Enter the 36 Chambers. He's in a bunch of new ones too. He was in Kill Bill. Well, not a bunch of new ones, but he's in Kill Bill. Yeah, it's some interesting stuff, man. Yeah, the whole Eastern philosophy. You know what I find fascinating about Eastern philosophy too is the whole thing about like that I Ching and all that, because it's like the Eastern culture spent their time and energy studying time, essentially stuff to do with time, like with the I Ching, the book of predicting time. And it's like Western culture spent their time like focusing on energy and like trying to make the weapon. So I like trying to fuse like the Western science with like the Eastern views of like the universe and energy and time and stuff like that. I don't know. It's some cool stuff, man. Yeah. Oh, I had a cool dream when I was practicing martial arts to kind of put me in my place. I remember I was getting all cocky when I was like first getting into the trying to practice the Shaolin stuff. And I had a really super vivid dream where I like walked up on a group. There was like this group of Shaolin monks. And I like walked up on all cocky, like, hey, I learned a few things. And I like tried to throw a couple punches. And he literally like broke my wrist in like one swift movement. And I remember waking up just like realizing, man, that was a humbling dream. I really know nothing. Yeah, that was a pretty good one. Oh, it works. Hidden. Oh, crap. Oh, man. Well, maybe you could, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, man. Dang, tough decision, huh? Spirits, what should James do? You just read his conundrum right there. I'm sure you know what's going on. You've been following it. What should he do about all that? I gotta smoke a cigarette too, guys. I'm gonna roll cigarette.
Stand here. Over an 18.
This has got to be one of the most like hectic streams I've ever had, or not hectic, but just not organized at all feeling. It's like this whole time it's just felt weird.
I'll go back to
Your son.
before you come.
I say
Gross art.
Should Hidden continue with his ghost box and take apart his brand new used radio that actually works now? Should he take that apart or should he let it be?
now it might.
Wherever.
That's right.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Change.
Globalize. This summer. So we made contact. Every Democrat.
Telling truth.
We finally. I'll match any.
Wine.
Operate in. Everything coming.
Oh, to wrap all that up, DJ, I wanted to mention that because you talked about being a buck. When I was doing all that, like in my early 20s, I was probably 80% of the way convinced I was gonna just somehow put together some money, fly to China, come with just like a bag of like a couple changes of clothes, and throw myself at the mercy of the oldest Shaolin temple I could find. I was gonna do that. I was actually like really seriously considering that, like hardcore, for a while, man. But yeah, so that's the end of my Shaolin's talk for now. Until I can, I'll read up on it and dust up my memory a little so I can go back in, because man, I should know. I literally should know like 3 hours or more of just straight discussing that stuff, straight up, just like blah 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 blah. I used to talk about it for hours, man. Like I should be able to fill a stream just talking about that stuff.
These
Studio here.
I know you're not. Couple nights through.
Hey guys, what do you think about this process, or what we call ghost boxing, or instrumental transcommunication, ITC, where I'm trying to speak with you? What do you think about this process?
And for you. June.
Okay, down.
Nine eight. We'll take my feet. What do you mean? I got my.
What?
Yeah, I didn't pay attention at all that whole word stream. You know, I have a inkling that the reason why I'm not thinking very well is I really didn't have anything for my quote unquote lunch at 3 a.m. I had a pack of Pop-Tarts. I usually have a sandwich at least. I just had a pack of Pop-Tarts. So I'm going off 8 hours of a physical job of moving nonstop with Pop-Tarts fueling me.
Legit cloudy.
Yeah, they actually they have a temple in my town too. I went there when I was younger, but I haven't been there in a long, long time.
Oh yeah, no. You earned.
I think there's a couple temples actually. I know, and there's a few Shaolin schools, or then there's kung fu schools, which I always kind of laugh at because I took a kung fu class, that whole praying mantis class, and yeah, like the whole I quit because of the whole wussing out because of the fingertips thing, mainly the fingertips. I eventually got stronger arms, and I was practicing by myself on like trees and crap like that. But yeah, no, once I started reading the books and learning about wushu and like the real ideas and philosophies, I started not to take the 45-year-old chubby white guy at the school as the master so serious. As you know, it's hard to find like true teachers of like the real deal stuff. Star, you could tell. Yeah, well, I don't know, it's hard to tell sometimes. I remember I worked with a lady that was working on becoming a Buddhist monk, and she was like really peaceful looking, but she just looked like a normal lady, but she was so peaceful. Yeah, exactly. They dress pretty normally, I think, these days. I think only in China and stuff you're gonna, well, I'm sure there's more Orthodox temples. That's probably for the more Orthodox temples where they try to dress the dress and, you know, take care of their gardens and stuff like that. I'm sure there's ones around the States. There's got to be. America's huge. There's got to be like more Orthodox style temples. I think my temple is like the one that DJ talks about where they just dress normal. Yeah, they're just normal looking blokes, ladies and gents. I I think that's why I was attracted to Buddhism as a philosophy, because like I wasn't really raised with a religion. So I was at that time too, I was like getting interested in religion. And my mom was raised Catholic, my dad was raised Christian, but both their point of views changed as they grew older. My mom became a Buddhist and my dad became an atheist. And they decided to let us choose our own paths. And I knew my mom was a Buddhist, so the whole martial arts thing was just like the icing on the cake, because it was a guy thing. You could just get physical and punch and kick. Yeah, the ones with those are like the orthodox, like the devout, I guess is a better term. Yeah, it's tough. Oh, that's some interesting stuff. Oh yeah, maybe. I haven't gotten much K2 activity recently, it seems like, which makes me wonder how contaminated. I thought this whole place was contaminated, this whole area here, to some degree, because of just computer stuff, but maybe it's not as much. I don't know. Yeah, that's some interesting stuff. Yeah, I'm at the point that I honestly think the way we've been taught the universe is and everything is maybe kind of on the right track, but just I think that the way we've been taught kind of puts it in a box to where it's hard for us to like think outside of that and try to look at the things like from a non-boxed up point of view. I mean, even myself, I try really hard to not be influenced, but I sometimes am aware of it, and sometimes well, I can't say I'm not aware of it, that because then I'd be aware of it, but there's got to be times that I'm not aware of it as well. Or there has been times when I'm not aware of it, but then become aware of it prior or later or whatever down the road. No, the fan shouldn't be making it flicker randomly when I'm not. It was only when I was turning the dials from the different speeds. So I don't think the fan should be messing with it normally, like, or whatever, just when it's just being left alone. Because the hits were going specifically when I was turning the knob. I'd get a hit, but I wouldn't get it every time. I'd like get it once, and I'd do it a second time, and it wouldn't happen, but then I'd do it a third time, and it would happen. And then I'd wait a second, and I'd flick it back, and then it would happen again. Oh, weird. What a crazy medium I choose to portray myself on. What a weird. This has just been the weirdest session to date. And not weird in a way that's like good or bad. It's just weird. I can't explain it. What a weird session. Now, did I catch anything on this one? I don't know. This has been the weirdest one, because it's interesting. I was already, when I started the session, I was already in like this weird skeptical state of mind. And then Bob came in and he was talking about his views, and I jived like basically 99% of his views, if not 100% of his views. Me and him see things like so similar. So like I already had that skeptical point of view. And so like the apps just didn't seem like they were working at all. And then the ghost box is like the physical ghost box. I don't know. I think it's just because I don't know. I'm just really skeptical today, which is odd because yesterday I essentially did 2 sessions yesterday, and I felt completely 180 to this. Like, definitely felt like more. Not that. I just felt like more interactions yesterday. Today it didn't feel like anything really. Very odd. I don't know what to think of all this. This is just another session, I guess. Session number 28. 28 of these. And this one's approximately 3 hours long. I don't know what to think of all this. This is really weird. This is a weird one today. Like I said, for the 100th time. And when I have this is a real similar sensation and feeling that I had on that SB7 recording I did months ago. I think it's number 6, 5, 6, or 7. It's one of those 3 where within the session, it's like, am I going to keep continuing this? Am I just going to keep doing this every day and get these kind of results that I'm not happy with? But what's interesting is when I rewatched and reviewed that one, things happened that I didn't notice, or things were said on the SB7, and I don't know, it was completely different rewatching it. So maybe rewatching this will be different. But I have a similar feeling today of like, should I keep doing this? Am I gonna like? What am I? I'm at 28 already. Approximately 3 hours each. Am I just gonna keep doing this? So yeah, I was thinking about Steve and I want to do. Since we did like that impromptu one yesterday, we're shooting for one on Sunday, and something that I was thinking about changing things up a little was I have 2 cameras, technically 2 web cameras, 3 if you count the laptop one. So I want to kind of like maybe present things differently, kind of like set up a area of this table over here to where I could have a webcam on just like the ghost box and maybe some lights or something. I don't know. I need to do things differently. So that's one way I can do things differently. And that's going into Sunday. So maybe I can do that on Sunday. But I definitely need to get out more. I need to go to locations. I do need to network with people in real life around me, but I'm just so hesitant to get on the Craigslist. Like, how are you gonna find like some random person that's like into the paranormal around you? And who's to say they're gonna be crazy? So I need to do that stuff. What else do I need to do? Oh, I need a 4th. I need to just create more experiments and do more experiments, like how Bob suggested earlier with a ritual type thing. Even I can't say I'm a believer in that stuff, but that shouldn't deter me from actually experimenting with some sort of process like that. You know, I don't know if I'll like slice a goat's throat over a pentagram with candles in the middle of my bed and go to that extreme, but some sort of interesting ritual might be some sort of like easier ritual, less bloody. I don't know, but you get the gist. I'm being a little melodramatic, but yeah, you get the gist of what I mean. No, totally, Bob. I mean, I've read books. I could probably get my hands on a couple books along those lines, actually, like Practical Magic and stuff like that, I think is the name of one or something. I don't know, but yeah, I've seen some of those books before. There's a bunch. I mean, there's the Wiccan books, and there's the whole like Druid philosophy as well, which I think the Wiccans like kind of stem from, but I'm not sure on that, to be honest. Because isn't Halloween like an old Druid tradition where they would actually gather children for sacrifices, or is that just in the back of my head is like an old urban legend or something? I don't know. Yeah, it's some interesting stuff, guys. I'm just rambling now. So yeah, thank you. I think that's going to be about it for today. It's not going to be the end, even though I got a little dramatic sounding there. It's definitely not going to be the end. This is just one more session down the line. I'm definitely doing a session on Sunday with Steve, but I'm probably chances are doing a session tomorrow. I'm going to feel different tomorrow. I know it. Things are going to be different. It's weird. Oh, nice. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you, Starry. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, Bob, a.k.a. UCA. Thank you, Hidden, a.k.a. Jameson. Thank you, Projects, Shadow Stalker. It's awesome getting to know you. I need to check out that stream you did the other day. I saw that posted. I need to go check that out. Let's see. Joey and Roland. I think you guys were both here. I know Joey was here. What's up, Joey, if you're still around? Thanks. Posters, thanks for stopping by. Kathleen, thank you for stopping by. X Gaming, thank you. Mystic was around way earlier. Shippo was around earlier. Shippo's probably crashed out. It's middle of the night now in Australia. Yeah, it was an okay session. This is one of the weirder ones, to be honest. Let's see. I don't have this stinking thing ready, but yeah, maybe you can hear it. Thank you guys. I'll just try to end it with the intro to DJ's music. I appreciate you all for watching. Thank you for checking me out. Even in my weird days, I will be back for sure. So you all have a good day. And like I say, keep asking those questions. Never stop learning. All that good jazz. And I gotta go turn this off now. All right, guys. Take care. I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.